It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Set hut the Mike 49. I got you. I got you. Mike's 49. Bravo, 49.
To throw is Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Mike, 49. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Guys, it's our time. Under Delta.
Back to throw. Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. 61. Match box. Switch gears. Mike. Wahoo. 49 the Mike.
Here's Fields.
Here we go.
Buying time to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
49. Mike, 49. Short. Little cupcake. 49.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give to Breida. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
You ain't doing nothing.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left.
He's not going to get me.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Huskies on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Here we go. Set. Let's go with the plan. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Right.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Keep pressing. Bravo. Echo. Let's get it.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come off the ball hard. 49.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 6 to Pittsburgh. 31.
Now Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Fields now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Set, hut, 48. 48's Mike. Rotate. Spell. Bandit. Mike 48. Mike 48. Watch for flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Bop. 49. Check 49.
They run it with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. 48's the mic. Hey, defense set. Let's go.
Going on the ground with Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
66. Bullet. Ha. Slam, slam, slam. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Good work, boys. Let's go, let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Down. Right over there. 70 Timberwolf. 58, right there. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Peek edge, peek edge, peek edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Touchdown! Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Huskies are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They find some open field here. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for the touchdown. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Huskies continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Here we go. 70 ending. The 48 right now. Let's go. Let's get the ball. 48.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Here's Fields. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Viking 18. 56. Dragon 60. Watch the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
18 Cardinal.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields going up top for Miller. Here's a diving catch right side. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And a huge play that time. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Huskies are able to stretch out their lead. Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McLaughlin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Rig alert. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
18 Cardinal. Hey, check 20. 60 Bobcat. Sponge. No. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Here we go. Shot. Panther 60. This is more where I came from. 18 Cardinal. Go street.
Hold the look. Hold.
60 Maverick.
58, boys. 58 is mine.
Go.
Defense.
Back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
18 Rattler. 18.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On the ball, now.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Fields. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. There he goes, right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
There we go. Nice move. Nice
So
move.
that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Double tight, double tight. 3 down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They run again with Breida. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
You punk. 58.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Echo, echo. 48's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't mind.
Fields on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Double tight. 4 down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Hines. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Come on, run.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Smoke, smoke. Right. Tight end right. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
And one last throw here for Fields. Being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Toronto, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2 and 5 now with the loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.